No more playing small to fit in. No more guessing every move. We choose clarity over chaos and alignment over groove. We invest in real connection. Got a highlight, not a show.
Hello, and oh my gosh, we did it. We made it through another fantastic year. I am so excited about 2026 and all the incredible things that we have in our community, in our life moving forward. Just so much, so much. How do you like our theme song? Do you like it? Drop in the comments like, yes. That is our Elevate Your Growth song, you guys. It's about 3 minutes total, but you know the opener, you just got it in there for the time being. So, yeah, let me know how you feel about our song. I absolutely love it. I'm a fan, obviously. But I wanted to come on today and, as you saw, how we're moving this year as a community. So I really want to address a couple of things. And first of all, wish you guys a happy new year. It is the first day of 2026, and we are here, you guys. We are ready to thrive. We have been buckling down in December. We have been planning. We have been building things out. We have been looking at our goals. We have been looking forward into the future to see how we're going to show up even better, so how we can really evaluate our lessons and the things that we've learned from 2025 and years past. And now this is the first day. But I want to remind you of something, okay? This is not the day about resolutions. This is not a day about being tough on ourselves and putting a lot of goals in place that fizzle out for most people. Not you. This is for the other person watching. Not you. Your goals, you don't fizzle out. You don't lose discipline. You don't lose motivation. You don't stop. The person watching, we're here. That's not you. And if it is you, give yourself grace, give yourself space. We're all in this journey together, and we're going to win some and we're going to lose some. And that's okay. We're going to misjudge some situations. We're going to go in head first. We're going to live to the fullest, ultimately, is what we want to do. But we don't want it to be this fleeting moment, this moment where we get riled up and we're excited and then just let it fizzle out. We're not going to do that today. We're not going to do that in 2026, because ultimately you have a responsibility to your vision. You have a responsibility to your calling. You have a responsibility to the people that will be impacted by your discipline and your greatness and your ability to overcome perceived failures in order to do the work that you came here to do. So as we move forward, we start to roll out all of these strategies and campaigns and approaches. I want you to take a beat and really sit down and reflect. Reflect on last year, reflect on the years past, and make sure you don't just breeze through these moments. There are times, and this is one of them, literally every day are those moments where we should really be intentional about what we've learned so that we can pivot and so that we can be better. I am a notorious documenter. And if I am not winning in an area, I don't do like I used to and beat myself down for that, right? I give myself grace. I give myself space to learn. I give myself the ability to move forward. But we have to make sure that we're taking account of those teachable moments so that we can move forward. So, just as important as the goals and the systems and the disciplines, let that word sink in, disciplines that we put into place so that we can show up as our greatest self every day, just as important as those aspects are, we have to ensure that we are incorporating reflection into those so that we don't continue to make the same mistakes and take it into another day, another week, another month, another year. So do not be discouraged if you didn't show up the way that you wanted to last year. Don't be discouraged if you didn't show up the way that you wanted to yesterday. It's a new day, it's a new hour. Tomorrow is a new day. It's time to live out who you actually are and put systems into place. You are going to hear systems so many times this year because that is the word for elevate your growth this year. It's systems. Because everything in life, every avenue, whether it's finance, family, friends, business, health, every avenue of our lives that we live are rooted in the systems that we build around them. Whether we succeed or whether it's another attempt, what kind of system do you have in place? The funny thing about Elevate Your Growth is we were growing, outgrowing the pace in which we could keep up with last year. So I was throwing things in place and I was doing this and doing that and just constantly running. And I had to take a beat. I had to slow down. I had to reprioritize the calling. I had to get quiet, listen to God. So I wasn't constantly feeling like I was running behind a runaway train. That's a hard one to say. Runaway train. I had to stop. And I know that there's some of you out there that are listening to this that feels like your life is a runaway train too. And you feel like you constantly have to be running and moving and doing. Sometimes the answer is counterintuitive to what we think it needs to be. We feel like we need to continue to do these things when actually we need to stop. We need to reflect. We need to evaluate without emotions. And we need to put systems into place. Standard operational procedures, SOPs in place. So that we're ensuring that the things that we are building are sustainable. And that's what we're focused on this year, EYG. We are focused on sustainability. We are focused on foundational pieces because we want to build legacies that will outlive us. We want to build things that will impact people's lives for years and decades and maybe even centuries to come. And in order to do that, you have to be intentional. You have to slow down. You have to put systems in place so that you are not tethered to the very thing that you are creating. And so that you have the space to flow freely and to be able to think and expand and be present in what it is that you're building. It comes from reflection. So this is how you do it. So acknowledge the year, acknowledge 2025, but don't overanalyze it. Okay? Have your takeaways, learn what you need to learn. Okay? Evaluate what worked, what didn't. Right? And what are you intentionally leaving behind? You know, it's funny. One of the things that I'm leaving behind is I've considered myself a past people pleaser or recovering people pleaser for maybe the last 3 years, right? But the way that I showed up and the way that I grew beyond the people pleasing version of myself that I was a decade ago, I needed to grow beyond different levels for the season that I'm in and the season that I'm heading in. So, though I thought of myself as someone who had put that down, I realized through reflection that there were a lot of moves that I made because I was concerned with what the outcome was going to be if I said no. No, that's not happening in 2026. It's not. I can't. I was exhausted in 2025, you guys. I was exhausted. I was seeing other people's potential and pouring into them. And a lot of times I felt like I was pulling people. I could see that they're great. I could see us in there. I'm pulling them. I'm trying to pull the greatness out of them. And they chilling. And it's me that's tired. It's me that's saying yes when I know I need to rest. It's me that's saying yes when I know that there's an overlap of responsibilities because I'm at a new level that I have to unlock and I have to observe and be intentional about in this people pleasing arena that I thought was finished. No, it's just showing up in a different way. So that's something I'm leaving behind. And who knows in 2027 and 2028, when there's new levels and there's new rooms and there's new things that I'm tapping into, it might show up in a different way. But the fact is, I am aware because I reflected and I made a decision that I'm leaving it. What are you aware of? What are the things that you want to lay down, that you want to grow beyond? Think about that or drop it in the chat if you're comfortable too. But beyond anything else, really think about it. Sit with it. What do you want to be better at? What are your boundaries going to look like this year? I have the last, I would say, 3.5 weeks of December, I came to my office. I did a lot of introspection and I put systems into place for every single thing that has flowed through me that should have been delegated, that has flowed through me that shouldn't have, resulting in my lack of energy and my tiredness. I have systems in place now. So I don't even have to think about anything from an emotional standpoint. I am going to evaluate it from the perspective of my systems so that I can continue to grow and I can step into the calling of doing the work that I'm called to do and let the systems do the work in all these other avenues. Does that make sense? What needs systems in your life? What are you saying yes to that needs to be outsourced? What are you saying yes to where you really want to say no to it? Because every time you say yes to something that you really want to say no, you're saying no to yourself. You're saying no to your peace. You're saying no to your daughters. You're saying no to your son. You're saying no to your spouse. You're saying no to your professional and your physical growth. You're saying no to your higher self. We're not taking that into 2026, you guys. And don't worry about it being perceived as mean, because people that have boundaries in place will 100% be perceived as being mean for having boundaries that they once didn't have. But you can't be concerned with how your self-preservation for your leadership journey is going to be perceived by others. You can't be concerned with that. It's inevitable as we grow. It's inevitable as we become different versions of us. And as God awards us higher territories, that we become different versions. We have to step into that calling, and it requires boundaries. We can't be in every room. We can't say yes to all the things. We can't do all the things that we want to do while neglecting the things that we need to do. So really reflect on that. Oh my God. The second thing, the power of community. Growth does not happen in isolation. Growth does not happen in isolation. It requires community. It requires mentorship. It requires getting out of our comfort zone. It requires posting when we feel like we're not ready. It requires getting on stages when we feel like we're not ready. It requires writing the book when we feel like we're not ready. It requires publishing the book when we feel like we're not ready. It requires making the move before we're ready. We get ready in the doing. I just had an interview with Marcus Shell. We are starting up season 4 of Thriving Thursdays with Alexandria. All of our podcasts, we go live. We start rolling out our episodes February 26, 2026. And that was one of the things that we talked about, how we have to move. We have to take action in real time in order to become better. We have this limiting belief that when we become better, that's when we do the thing. That's backwards. We become better in starting bad. You become better in the doing. So stop making yourself small, feeling like you're not ready, feeling like it's not your time, feeling like it's too late, because you will get better in the doing. Turn the camera on your phone, go live, turn the camera on, record your content. You will get better with editing, or you'll outsource it to somebody. You will get better in front of the computer, the camera, the phone with time. When I first started doing this, I was anxious, I was sweaty, I felt weird, I was awkward. But I started. Now I'm comfortable because I've shot 5,000 terrible videos, a lot of which will not see the day of light, a lot of which I'm sure are on the internet somewhere. Well, the point of the matter is, do it. Start it today. Don't give yourself another excuse. We're not taking excuses into 2026. We're taking discipline into 2026. We're taking doing it ugly into 2026. We are leveling up. We're leveling up our circles. Get out of those same rooms where people are discouraging, negative talkers, talking about other people and not talking about ideas and skills and systems and businesses, and leveraging opportunities. Get into rooms where there's collaborations happening, where people are focused on how they can impact and change people's lives. They come and they stand in servitude. They're coming and they're serving from a place of giving and adding value first. That's who we are at Elevate Your Growth. And if you're watching this, this is who you are too, because you would have kept scrolling by now if it's not. but that's who we are. Step into your fullness. Sometimes you have to set things down. You have to set people, places, things, attitudes, the same old thing. Sometimes you have to set it down so that you can become the version of yourself you need to be. Sometimes what you need to set down is that inner voice telling you you can't. Sometimes you have a supportive circle. Sometimes you are tapped into a fantastic community, but it's you holding you back. Set that down. Because I promise you, on the other side of fear, when you turn back and you say, I can't even believe I've made it this far, you will not regret a thing. Read, expand your mind. If you don't have time for books, put in audiobooks, turn the radio off in the car, turn the YouTube studio off in the car, replace it with audiobooks, play it while you're in the shower. Do whatever you need to do to become that version of you that you are waiting on. My God, let's go, EYG. Let's go. Focus and discipline. Focus on what you want to do. Focus on what you are here to do. Focus on what you want to accomplish. And then reinforce that with discipline. Get disciplined with your time. Get disciplined with your structure. Get disciplined with yourself. Everything, every aspect of success is built on a foundation of discipline. You cannot become great starting and stopping, starting and stopping. Starting when you need some money, stopping when you're cool, you're good. You got a little bit of money in your bank account. I'm going to take my foot off the gas. No. You have to remain disciplined every single day to get what it is that you want to get. This is not about resolutions. I want you to hear something. I absolutely love this man. Listen to what he says. John Maxwell.
If you would ask me, of all the things in your life that have allowed you to experience success and significance, what is the key? What's the cornerstone? What is it that has allowed you to be able to do what you've been able to do and be the person that you are? I would tell you without any question, it wouldn't be leadership, although I'm known for leadership. It wouldn't be entrepreneurship, although I've started 11 companies. It wouldn't be the things that people would think it would be. I would just tell you without any question, the key to my success has been that every day, I grow.
The key to his success is every day he grows. What does growing look like to you? Growing looks like to me, I get up at 4:30 every morning. I leave the house. I come to my office. I get on my treadmill that's in the back here. I network with other incredible business owners. First thing in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. I get off. I have my time. I journal. I have my time in the Bible so that I can hear God clearly. I have my time to read, to develop my mind, to develop who I am as a leader, as a mother, as a wife, as the founder of Elevate Your Growth, as a speaker, a trainer in corporate spaces. I have to be intentional with my discipline every day so that I can show up fully in all of the areas that God has called me to be impactful in. It takes an intentionality. And that's our next point. Be intentional in our Elevate Your Growth space. We are all coming together in this community because we're all passionate about something. And we were all tired with the usual way of networking, where you walk into a room and you get side eye, or you walk into a room and you're alienated, or you walk into a room and you can feel the judgment and the tension is palpable. We are the people that were done with that setup of connecting. Or people that walk into a room and lead with status instead of value. We are the people that lead with value. That's why we are in the Elevate Your Growth space, because we all have the same principles. For the most part, I can't speak for all 2,300 of us, but for the most part, that's who we are. That's what we stand for. Get intentional with who you're connecting with. Start to build your circle with people that are as passionate as you are. Like I said, reach out, coffee dates, learn, lead with curiosity. If you can't meet them in person, meet them on Zoom. Zoom has a free account. Hi, Charles. Yes, better systems. Yes, we have to have better systems in place, and systems for everything. Elevate Your Growth is going to move differently in 2026, and you will see and you will feel the difference. Our Elevate Your Growth Elite Inner Circle members and our Legacy Leadership members, they are going to be moving and operating at a different frequency in 2026, because the rooms that we are creating in 2026, good God, so blessed. The people that we have teaching workshops, having boundaries. Yep. Though uncomfortable. Yes, it's uncomfortable. Every single thing that requires us to be a version of ourselves that we have not known before is going to be uncomfortable. Every single time that I did a presentation and I got on a stage before, I knew who I was and I had crafted my story and I knew what it was that I wanted to convey. I knew who it was that I was talking to before all of that came and happened. Before everything was packaged, before I figured everything out, I was uncomfortable. But it was in those uncomfortable moments that I became better, because I reflected. Oh, I didn't like how I opened. This went too long. People started to look a little bored after 14 minutes on this topic. Evaluating everything, getting better. We get better in the doing. Okay? So I want to share with you guys our EYG schedule. So we're going to be doing the Elevate Exchange on Clubhouse, 7 p.m. That's going to happen January 7th, a Wednesday. Okay? Clubhouse is free, you guys. It costs you nothing to join. There's like a little pop-up that you have to X out of in order to access the free, but it's free. I've had members hit me up and they're like, we have to pay for this. No, you don't. It's free, you guys. So we're going to do Elevate Exchanges. That is going to be our form of global networking so that we can tap in and talk to people all over the world, okay? Our first social, our invite-only social for the year is going to be in Charleston. That's going to happen January 9th, okay? I think I sent the invitations out to our Elite Inner Circle members, and I think we have all but one seat that has been claimed, you guys. When you look at your schedule and you see that you're available, do not wait till the next day. You need to get in the room. You need to secure your ticket, your spot. It's free to join, obviously, if you're Elite Inner Circle. And if you are deemed a visitor, You can participate in up to 2 events with us, in person or online, before we have to open up the space to somebody else that feels like we align with them. Okay. And then, of course, we get our Prayer Warriors calls on Clubhouse at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That will be January 12th and January 26th. We have our Legacy Leadership meeting taking place on the 13th. And this I am very excited about. So on January 15th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are having Ashley McFarland. She is absolutely incredible. She was the vice president of WE TV and executive producer for shows like The Braxtons. And she owns her own business. Very excited about a ribbon cutting that's going to be taking place in Atlanta for a creative hub that she has also founded for people to host workshops. You could come there and make music. It's a multifaceted space. She's going to come in via Zoom for our Elite Inner Circle members and our Legacy Leadership members. And she's going to teach you guys how to get creative financing for TV and film, spending an hour of her time with our Elite Inner Circle members and our Legacy Leadership members to show you guys how to get financing. And she is incredible. I love everything about Ashley. Okay. And then on January 23rd, the Myrtle Beach Social. Okay. Those invitations also went out. That's going to be happening at 1:30 p.m. Okay. So you guys, if you have not become a member yet, Elite Inner Circle, a Legacy Leader, you got to get in the room, because this is the rooms are going to be a next level in 2026. We got Ashley McFarland coming in this month. And then next month, we have David Meltzer coming in, and he is the man that Jerry Maguire, the movie, was inspired by, and he's going to be teaching and asking questions. So yeah. Elevate Your Growth is also elevating our growth, because you deserve it. You deserve to have access to the most incredible, most integrity-driven, most humble people possible, who have been there and are successful and are multimillionaires, but more so, they are impactful and service-driven. That's who's going to be teaching you in 2026 and Elevate Your Growth. Okay? I love you guys. So that QR code on the screen, what that is for is, if you want to scan that, that's for our Elevate Your Growth Connection Guide and Visibility Checklist. And what that does is, that's a tool to help you score your networking skills, like where you fall on how well you're networking. But of course, you know, Elevate Your Growth is more of like an intentional relational ecosystem. I'm not even a huge fan of the word networking because of what it's synonymous with, like that kind of that feeling that we're not fans of. However, get the checklist, see where you score, see the areas that you need to show up better in, so that you're dominating. You're actually like building genuine, authentic, incredible relationships in 2026. And building your circle in a different way. Okay? My goodness, I've taken enough of your time. I love you. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, you can DM us. Okay? So have a blessed rest of your day. Make sure that you go into 2026, reflection, discipline, intentionality, and drop what your word is in the comment. EYG's word for this year is systems. What's your word? Have a blessed rest of your day. I'm going to hit this video as our outro so you can hear our song get in. Yes. Bye.
Ah. I